Kaya, and Kia ora. How's everyone going?
Great, man. Woo!
Everyone enjoyed the day, the talks that you went to? Yeah. Woo! So what I just did is actually a very people-pleasing thing to do. I was to ask you guys how you feel, even though right now I'm feeling really jittery and I want to drink. But today, and I want to say thank you to everyone who voted on what it's like to be a people pleaser. So the question is being a UX designer just a professional form of people pleasing? From a recovering people pleaser, me. Today we're going to be covering what is a people pleaser, the types, the signs, the good things, people pleaser problems, what we do as UXers, the PPDD, which I will introduce later, an activity, and how to stop. What is a people pleaser? It is a person that feels a strong urge to please others, sometimes at our own expense. Who here feels like they do this on a frequent basis? That's a lot of us, right? That is a lot of us. I'm going to go over the different types of people pleasing because it seems like it's just this one catalog of people pleasing, but it's not. There are 5 different types of people pleasers. And the thing is, with the different types of people pleasers, you could be more or one of these things, or all of the above, of being a people pleaser. And I'll go through each and every single one. Number 1, the conflict avoider. This people pleaser sees conflict and is allergic to it. Doesn't want to get near it at all. You might see an argument with your co-workers and you know what the solution is, but it's not your battle. In previous talks, someone said that you gotta pick the battles that you want to fight, but this people pleaser doesn't pick them at all. The sheep, in other words, the complete compliance officer. They go along with everything that everyone else is doing and thinking. They just want to blend in. They want to make sure that they don't stick out of the crowd or anything like that. They just want to be part of the crew. Number 3, the caretaker. They just want to make sure everyone's comfortable, everyone's happy, they want to keep the peace. They might be the person who brings in baked goods. I'm talking about myself. I brought in scones for my team just because I felt like people needed to eat something other than Subway, and I wanted to show off my baking skills. And who else than the guinea pigs in the office? The caretaker also is like a parent. They always say things like, "Are you okay? Are you alright?" You know, they might be Becky in the office and he just, they office born you. Have you been office borned? And you're like, "Becky, I'm good." You're not. Then there's the chameleon. So this one is a little bit more different from the sheep. The chameleon slowly but surely becomes the person that they want to please. The chameleon observes. They use their eyes, and before you know it, they have the same coffee order as everyone else. They never used to drink oat milk. Then we have the active pleaser, the clown, the jester. They're the ones that want to be liked, and they so badly want everyone to like laugh at them or smile at them. I'm talking about myself here, obviously. This people pleaser is the kind of person whereby they have a tally score in their head. If they made someone laugh in that day, it's a good day. If they haven't made anyone laugh or smile, it's a shit day. Signs you're a people pleaser. Well, you're all here.
Woo!
People pleasers, we can find it very hard to say no. There will be a request on our desk, or a Slack message, or on Teams. And what happens? We respond straight away. What? We also take on extra work because we don't want to let anyone down. Even if we don't have the time, right? We might stay past 5 p.m. or whatever time, and we might take work home, which leads to an overcommitment to other plans and responsibilities, or taking on another project. Who here has the word designer in their title? Has anyone asked you to design a flyer? Or business card? Or a new logo? Yes? Yeah, there's a lot of nods, right? And you're like, that's not in my job description, but it's in my title. So I gotta make it on Canva. It's ironic, this presentation's on Canva. You avoid advocating for yourself. So when I said, oh, I'm good, I'm okay, you say that because you don't want the other person to be concerned. Because what happens when you say, oh, I'm not feeling well, and then Becky might be like, oh, what's wrong? You don't want to engage with Becky. You just say, I'm good. And you don't want to disagree with people, or voice your honest opinion. You want to voice something that is what is right for the crowd, or what the senior managers want to hear, which is not always the right thing to do. And you go along with something that you're not happy to create. Who has made a product or a feature or something that you were like, what is this? Yeah? You do that because you don't want to have any friction in the office or the team. But as UX designers or in this field, we have to be empathetic, right? It's that mindset that we have to incorporate. It helps us do our jobs. But when is it too much? And it can be a good thing. So before I start going down this road of the negatives of being a people pleaser, the good thing is people think we're listening to them. They just assume that. They assume as well that we can read the room. And because we don't want any kind of conflict, if you are a combination of the 5 types of people pleaser, you want people to win. You want everyone to be at peace. You don't want to rock the boat, so to say. Why is it problematic? As I kind of highlighted before, it's stressful. It can get very stressful and it builds up over time. And then what happens? We start to neglect ourselves. And when we neglect ourselves, we start this build-up of resentment, and it can be really small and insidious. And then over time, we realize that we become this doormat. And the doormat is a very good people pleaser, but you don't get a lot of appreciation for it. So what do we do as user experience designers? We lots of Figma, lots of Sketch if you use that, meetings, prototyping, speaking with developers, being in Zoom meetings. Can you see my screen? Can you hear me? Sure enough, someone's tech is broken, and if you're the only tech person there, you might be the first person to jump in and make sure that they are happy they got it sorted. And this is our process, right? The double diamond, which is now also being disputed, but for the sake of the example, this is what we do, or what we're thinking about when we do UX. But it got me thinking, this double diamond actually is applied as well to being a people pleaser. And we love feedback. Oh, don't we love feedback? Who here loves feedback? We all love feedback. It's a rhetorical question. And it's always nice. I just want nice feedback. When someone says, oh, design change is required, you're like, oh, piss off. There was a talk the other day, just earlier today, that someone said they received 40 pages of design changes required. Ouch. So, let me introduce you to the PPDD. The People Pleaser Double Diamond. Over here, in the Discover, as a people pleaser, it is your job to make sure you identify what the people like. As UX designers, we know this is super important. And then we define, we really hone down on what they love. We're going to be really specific. So it's oat milk, is it like, what kind of brand of oat milk? We got to know. Then we make something that the people like, even if we don't like. So no one asked for a iced oat milk latte, but you're gonna have to order it anyway. And if you're a real people pleaser, you're gonna end up making it yourself. And then we give them what they want, and in hopes that you satisfy their needs. And when you're a people pleaser, you don't just give a product and walk away. You're gonna give them product, you're gonna stand right in front of them, and you wanna make sure that they at least smile, or give you some kind of acknowledgement. Because if they don't, you failed. So how do we stop being a people pleaser? It's very hard. It is a process. If you identify as a people pleaser or one of those types, even just a little bit, these are some little tools that we can use. So when someone asks you for a request at work, you don't need to say anything straight away. Leave them on unread. Pause. Nothing is going to be super urgent. And once you've seen a request, mentally put a time block. And also, if you really don't have time, just say no, because no is a complete sentence. And now, we're going to practice that. When was the last time you practiced saying no or denying a request? So I'm going to give you an example as a whole group, and then we're going to be doing it together amongst yourselves, all right? There's going to be two activities. The first one is, for example, you guys say, hey Min, can I please add this new product feature?
Hey Min, can I please add this new product feature?
No.
Yes! Woohoo!
It seems easy, but now I want everyone to do it amongst yourselves. So find a partner and imagine someone is either a developer or a product manager, all right? And you say, oh hey, can we please change this design? So that's going to be the requester, and the other person is going to be the rejecter. Okay? The rejecter is going to be not a people pleaser in this instance. You can choose just to say no, or you can say no thank you, but that is it. No more than 3 words. And I just, for the rejectors, I just want you to place in your head, before you say those words, just embrace yourself. Because every time we say no, you get that guilty shame feeling. Ignore it. So now everyone, I want you all please just talk to your neighbor. Someone's going to be the requester, and someone's going to be...
Hello, Lydia. No, it's okay. I'm filming you now. Who do you want to be?
You choose.
Okay, I'm the requester. I'm your customer.
Okay.
Hey, Lydia. This website is rubbish. You need to rebuild it by tomorrow.
No, thank you.
How dare you?
Tell someone who cares.
I love it. Good job. Well done. No.
You're so good.
He's a pretty good speaker, isn't he?
Back to reality. Now I've got a question to ask everyone. How did that feel for the requesters?
Oh dear.
Easy, right? Easy. Because you want something, right? For the rejecteds, how did that feel? All
That was
right.
easy for you, Lydia.
Good.
I'm very good at pretending.
Oh yeah, you're good at pretending.
Good is I like that. We've got to have more of that feeling. Now, I just want to do one last activity, and this is just to remember that when you are rejecting a request or something like that, it's not fatal. So this is a technique I learned from improv, and it's called not today. Okay? How this activity goes is like this. I am the attacker, and you guys will be the defender, right? And then I will do something to you, and then you guys have to do a pose, like a Matrix Neo style, and then you say, not today. Alright? So the whole idea is that you don't need to receive an attack. You can just let it go. Alright? So I'm gonna have a grenade. I'm gonna throw it at you guys. Alright? And everyone's gonna kind of like pose and do an action. And then everyone has to say, not today. Alright? Alright, here goes. You guys camp. I'm gonna throw this grenade at you.
Not today!
So that's the feeling that you ask you something to do, right? So I want someone actually just to come up, volunteers, and do it. So anyone, just 2 people.
Not today!
Oh, that was a test actually. That was literally the exercise. No.
Oh, you failed?
We'll do it. We'll do it because you guys are here. Okay.
It's a real grenade.
Alright, so Jess, you are a samurai.
Woo!
Elle is... You can also be a samurai too. Oh, samurai versus samurai.
Ninja.
Alright? So Elle wants to kill... Oh, okay, we're swinging swords here. Nice.
Oh, you got this.
Ninja Turtles. We're going Ninja Turtles. Elle is Raphael, and he wants, they want to kill a Jess. Alright? Alright, Elle, you're going to say, Shredder, this is your last day.
Shredder, this is your last chance.
Jess?
Not today.
Yay! Woo!
Thank you, Al and Jess, for that demonstration of not today. So I hope you bring that in to your workplace, or not like say that to your boss. But just the idea of the fact that, look, I don't need to accept what they're saying straight away. You can brace yourself and then kind of deflect. So, of course there's going to be a Drake meme. Establish and respect your boundaries. We are not yes people. They used to be saying yes man, but that's so, we're not yes people. Start small. Like, I'm not telling everyone to like go out into the world and to your office next week and be like, no. Please don't do that. I don't want anyone to get fired or get in trouble. But just remember that if you feel that things are getting too much, you don't have to do things straight away. And also look after number one, and that is you. You are the most important thing in your life. Yes, your work is important, but boundaries. Respect yourself first, and respect your boundaries. So conclusion, use your people pleasing as a superpower. Use not today. And I hope you can take that away. Juggle your feelings from the feedback and any kind of features that people want you to do. Pause, prioritize before saying yes. And also, when you do deny or reject, you don't need to justify or make excuses. So, thank you. And do we have any questions?
Woo!